Hey guys, it's Gabriel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do another video. Before I start this video, give it a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, and comment on to do more. Follow my social medias in the description below. Turn on post notifications so you never miss out, and let's start this video. Today's video is going to be a story time. The first one on my channel. Well, I just started a little bit ago, so this is basically my first YouTube video. So, yeah, let's get started. So, this is going to be the story about the time I almost got lost in my neighborhood. It wasn't at this house. This was back in like 2013, I think. So this one day, I decided that I wanted to go, outside to my friend's house. Mind you, I just met this friend not even, I'd say a week and a half after this happened. We met at school. I went to his house once, and then I never seen him again. But I was just getting ready to, go to his house. And, so, I get on my bike. And the way my neighborhood, if you knew how my neighborhood was set up, it was like house, then it was a long road, and on the other side it was house, space, house. So I look both ways, because you're supposed to look both ways before you cross the street, and you should know that. But yeah, I looked both ways, took a left, and went straight down the street. And I didn't know all the houses around me at first. But then as I started going further, I started noticing newer houses that I haven't seen before. And I'm like, I don't remember seeing these houses. Where are these coming from? And I'm just looking around like, okay, which way did he say? Was it to the right or to the left? So, me, I heard the saying, take the right path the day before at church. So I went and I took a right. And that's where I messed up. Cause when I was about 2 minutes into being off of that turn and going straight down the road. Why does this owner have these 4 big old dogs with long chains that can come all the way out into the street? When I tell you, I almost doodled on myself. I almost doodled on myself. I was so scared, man. I was like, I had to been like 9, 10. But so as I'm riding in this neighborhood, I'm looking around for his house because I remember what his house looked like because I have really good memory. So, and what I didn't understand about that is how I could remember that, remember what his house looked like, but I couldn't remember where his house was. So I'm looking around, I'm like, you know what, where I don't remember being in this part of the neighborhood. And I take a left. And I go see more houses. I'm like, where am I at? I was scared to take, like, my heart started racing. I'm like looking around, like, because I didn't know where I was. I was getting ready to start crying because I didn't know where I was. Then there was this, I passed so many dogs on the way. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, if you knew, like I said before, how my neighborhood was set up, I was actually not too far away from the water tower that was, near one of my other friends' houses that was over that way. So that's what made me think, I could be coming up on another friend's house, but I'm going to have to let him know that I don't know where his house is. So, I'm over that way. I think I'm, like, on the other side of the street, like, past that. I'm going straight. I don't know where this dog running from behind this house. Now, the dog wasn't that big, but, little kids, they'll be scared of anything. So, but anyway. Yeah, so this dog run from behind the house. And I look and I see it running towards me. It didn't even look mad or vicious or nothing. But I start pedaling so doggone fast that my legs were wobbly when I got home. That's how fast I was pedaling on this bike. I'm sitting there going real fast on my bike, and I didn't see this part of the road that had like, cause you know some roads they crack up, but this road, a whole chunk of it was missing. My tire goes into it, and I fly off the side of the bike to the left. I fly to the left off the side of the bike, and I smacked the grass. I think I hit my knee on the road and scraped it on the road before I went into the grass. So I do that, you know, and I'm just like on the ground crying like heck because I cut my knee open real bad. I was sitting there crying like heck. The lady that lived in the house that I ended up falling into come outside and she helps me. So we sit on her porch and she gets me, I think a cold cup of water and a couple bandages and stuff. And there's nice people in the neighborhood like that. But anyway, she helps me, and I tell her I was running and all of that. Well, going real fast. The dog that was chasing me come into the yard, and I'm like, oh shoot. Come to find out, it's the lady's dog. That's the lady's dog at the house that I'm at. I'm like, what?